Washoe Lake State Park lies just north of Carson City, about 30 miles south of Reno. It's easily accessed via Interstate 580 South and the East Lake Boulevard exit. We arrived to see an unlikely welcoming party. A group of wild horses having a snack at the roundabout.
We're already off to a great start. Just down the road a bit, we meet Jenny Dawson, the park manager.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Morning, Jenny.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, thanks for meeting us out here.
No problem.
It's beautiful. I've driven by here between Reno and Carson City, driven by this lake 1,000 times. I don't think I ever realized it was a state park.
It is. We're sandwiched between two urban areas, Reno and Carson City, and this is a great stop for people to come explore Nevada state parks.
I love it. And I'm looking out this water. It's incredible.
I know. Excited to get on it.
Yes, yeah, we're going to go for a boat ride today and explore the park and see what we can find.
Oh, we'll lead the way.
All right, sounds good. Come on. All right, so anytime you go out on the water, you need to make sure you have the proper equipment.
Sure.
So if we could put our life jackets on,
Thank you.
that would be great.
Ready.
Good deal.
Go.
Well, let's go on the water.
It's one of those Nevada weather days where the skies are constantly changing. And we have sunshine, followed by the clouds, followed by wind, and then sunshine again. I don't mind though. It's just a thrill to be outside and motoring along these waves.
So when people come out here and actually use the water on the lake on the years when we've got plentiful water, what do they do on the lake?
So we have water skiers, jet skiers. It's a popular place for kiteboarders, and there'll be times when we'll have 20 kiters out here. And so it's going to be a busy summer for water-based recreation.
I think I could be happy just spending the day out here enjoying the scenery and looking at the way that the clouds move through and create dynamic views.
So what's great about this park and the setting is we're flanked on one side by the Sierras, the Carson Range, with beautiful views of Slide Mountain and Mount Rose. And then on the other side, we've got the Virginia Range. And this is all, sandwiched in between Reno and Carson City, and we're only, 5 minutes away from Carson, so it's a great location.
And you see everything here in one spot. This is Nevada in a snapshot, right?
It is. You've got pine trees, upland vegetation, sagebrush, desert, all in one setting.
And of course, we saw the wild horses earlier today.
Yes, so we do have some feral horses that are in the park, and they're managed by Department of Agriculture. And they were making themselves quite at home at our day use area.
Jenny points out an area that really illustrates just how much water came into the park in a very short time.
So underneath that big cottonwood tree, there's actually a picnic table, and you can just see the top of it. The water came up so fast that we weren't able to pull the table in time. So we're gonna have to hook up to it with a chain and pull it out.
So when you have a lake that fluctuates this much and you're out using it, boating on it, what kind of cautions should a person take?
Well, boaters just need to realize that there's going to be submerged hazards near the shoreline. Things like, these trees, these willows that we're looking at. So we recommend that everyone that boats here on the lake just uses extreme caution when they're near the shoreline.
Yeah, it's kind of an unusual visual to come across, and it really does underscore how quickly things change here.
As we head back to shore, we both get to revel in the fact that for the first time we've been out on Washoe Lake in a boat. It almost feels strange, but it's a fun adventure when the area is enjoying a wet season.
Back on land, Jenny takes us less than a mile away from the boat launch to an entirely different kind of experience.
So we're at a little different part of the park, and I'm excited about this part.
We are. This is the Equestrian Area. It's a very popular place for equestrian users. We have a covered shade structure that people can rent out for large horse events. We have a large arena, and we have many miles of trails in the park, but one of our new additions to the park is an obstacle course for horses. But I'd like you to meet Beth Kaufman. She's an avid user here of the park.
Hi, Beth.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Who is this?
This is Durango.
Hi,
He
Durango.
is an endurance horse, but he's very brave and he's wonderful on all the obstacles. There's miles of trail here, so I can get out and trot him. And every time I come to the park, I feel safe. And I know that if I get dumped, someone will find me, because there's a lot of people out here using the area. It's also a wonderful place for overnight camping. We have 5 or 6 different stalls, and some of them have covers, so people traveling across the country can come here and park and spend a couple nights and enjoy this wonderful area, ride in the park and ride up in the hills. So we get a lot of use out of this park. Plus it's a great place for running and mountain biking.
I'm excited to get to meet Durango.
Well, how would you like to ride Durango?
I would love a ride. I was hoping you would ask.
Okay, Durango likes to go, so just sit back and hold on. Okay, well, why don't we get you on Durango and then we'll go try the obstacle.
I was lucky to grow up around horses, but it's been too long since I've gotten to ride one. I'm so excited for the chance to be in the saddle again.
I always ride my horses for good behavior.
Beth also brought along this handsome fella who goes by the name of Zippy. Beth will ride him along with Durango and me. Beth is very familiar with the park's equestrian center and guides us to a couple of the features on the center's obstacle course.
So just pull him up and try to get him in front of the bridge, and then spin him and just walk him over it. He should just go. And then just keep him straight. Good. Good. The obstacles are so much fun.
Yay, we did it.
We are using Beth's horse Durango to encourage Zippy to try the bridge obstacle. We don't have any luck though. Zippy just isn't going to try it today.
Well, Zippy's not doing it. What a good boy you are, Durango. Well, that was really fun.
That was. Thank you so much.
Well, at least you got to make it over the bridge, and no one could get this horse to go over the bridge.
It's still a fun outing and a great way to tour the equestrian center with one of its frequent users. It's been a real delight to get to ride today. However, it's time to get back on 2 feet for our next stop.
It's a very short ride from the equestrian area to our next adventure, where we meet the park interpreter, Kim Zook, who introduces us to a location with a very ominous name.
We're at the Deadman's Creek trailhead, so we're going to walk up to that gazebo, and it's a 280-foot elevation gain, but we'll be overlooking the whole valley. We can see the lake.
It looks high from here.
It does, yeah.
So Kim, I have to ask the obvious question. Why is this called Deadman's Creek?
There's a story about a ranch that was located in the southeast corner of Washoe Valley in the 1860s. There was a man that started a ranch, and he was farming produce to sell it to the miners around Virginia City. And in 1864, he sold half his ranch to a partner. And no one knows exactly what happened, but on June 6th, 1865, both men were found shot dead in their cabin. So at first, I guess they thought it was a double murder. And then later they decided maybe it was a murder-suicide. That's what gave the name to Deadman's Ranch and then Deadman's Creek to the area.
Okay.
This was the original trail that Boy Scouts helped build, but then a fire came through here and it was closed. This trail was closed for revegetation and restoration. And so while this trail, part of the trail was closed, the new one was built. And as you can see, even with a fire going through this canyon, it still is looking pretty good and green.
I certainly wouldn't have known. It's a gorgeous little spot, even though the disturbing story of how it got its name is going to haunt my dreams forever, but that's all right.
That's part of what makes it a real Nevada trail, right? It's got to
Yeah,
have
right.
a great story behind it.
No, it's
Yes.
The park hosts a number of programs for the public. Kim occasionally leads moonlight hikes up this trail when the weather allows. They sound like a very memorable experience. You can contact the park for a schedule of their programs.
And when you visit, be sure to get a state park's passport and get a stamp on the Washoe Lake page.
Not a bad office you guys have.
No, it's not a bad office at all.
The joy of hiking, you have to decide. You look at the view and trip, or you look at your feet and miss the view.
The wind seems to get stronger as we climb higher. When we reach the top, a gazebo welcomes us to enjoy the stunning view.
It's hard to hear each other with the wind, so we find a little shelter and relax for a moment. You know, we only climbed a little bit on that hike, but it gave us an amazing view.
From this vantage point, you can really see our 2 campgrounds that we have. We have a total of 49 sites that are available for the public to come and camp with us for a weekend. And we also have group areas. So at our equestrian area that we went to earlier, you can reserve that. And then you can also reserve our main group area, and it has a covered shade structure, kitchen area, your own bathroom, and the beach right as a
Pretty cool.
right as a backdrop. We also have a kids playground area. It's a maze with a natural playground inside that has obstacles for children.
How fun. And this has been such a great day. There's so many things a person can do out here at the park. Thank you for giving us a tour.
You're welcome, thank you.
We'll go back down and get our passport stamped.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I love our state parks passports.
Washoe Lake State Park may be relatively small, but it certainly has shown us a big day full of fun. We head back to Reno for the night.